Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Sunday the 23rd of February 2025. In today's Millwall news, well, there isn't any Millwall news really, nothing new. There's some stuff that I've already shown you and it's just been repeated by these kind of clickbait sites. But especially like the interview with Ivanovic's agent. I covered that in yesterday's video, so you got it early. I found it before everyone else did, so there you go. But what I will do is I'll mention this. This is coming up. This is what they call foreshadowing. So on Tuesday, so not tomorrow, on Tuesday, 2 days time, there is a game at the Den. It's Millwall under-21s versus Brentford under-21s. Big game. Top of the table clash. So the last top of the table clash was literally last Tuesday when Millwall lost at home. Well, no, away to Charlton. They lost away 1-0 away to Charlton, and so here is a game that is at the Den. Not only that, but again, you can watch it. If you can't make it to the ground, you can watch it, and it's again. If you're a Mill TV Plus subscriber, this is going to be free for you to watch. So if you're paying your 50, 60 quid or whatever it is, you get it for free. Lovely, jubbly, fantastic stuff from the club. If you ain't, you can still watch it. Just got to buy a match pass. You don't know how much that is yet. Probably tell us tomorrow. But there you go. Just letting you know. Giving you the heads up that this is going to be on Tuesday 2 p.m. kickoff. So there you go. And if we just have a little look to see how this shapes up, and here you go. So it would not be too dramatic to say that if we lose this game, it's probably over in terms of getting into the top two to get into the end of season tournament competition. And Brentford do have a game in hand of us at the moment. Obviously, if they win, they're on 40. They go up to 42, and if they win that game in hand, they go up to 45. We'll be stuck on 36. So it's a big game. It is a big game, and interesting stuff. Now, obviously, the purpose of the under-21 team is to develop players. It's not to win things, really. Obviously, ideally, you would want to do both. And, see, the under-21 team had a radical transformation last summer. They brought in a load of new players and let a load of the 21-year-old go. And obviously, some of the better players are out on loan playing in better football because it's trying to develop those players and get them some regular first-team men's football. So, here we go. And just to show you, so these are the results. No, it's reset itself again. If I click on that, so these are the recent results, and as you can see, so this is our last game. Last Tuesday, we lost 1-0 away to Charlton. A couple of days later, on the Friday, Charlton played Colchester and beat them 8-1. So there you go. So when you consider, that's a negative result, but this is what Charlton can do against a team that isn't well organised and prepared. So hopefully, we do well against Brentford. Can we see Brentford's recent result? Have they had one? They beat Ipswich 5-2 at home. That was on last Monday. And then before that, a 2-2 draw again at home to Watford. So, there you go. Big game at the Den. But, the players, when they play at the Den, they seem to lift themselves. And surely with a crowd there, that'll help as well. So that's literally it. We've got to move on to talking about the stats from yesterday's game. Yesterday's dog of a game. How bad was it? Well, let's find out. This is from whoscored.com. Here's the match events. See yellow cards for them, 2 of them. Injury sub on the 58th minute. Selected subs on the 65th and 79th minute. They made subs after that. and we score right at the end in 90 plus 4. So there you go. If you look at the top left and top right where the club badges are, you can see the average player rating for each team. In fact, no, what? This is not in order. Yeah, supposed to show you this first. So this is I think the baldy Matt Clark is that baldy defender they had with the ginger beard. I think that was him. He got the highest rating, 7.8, but Jake Cooper got 7.8 as well. But you can see all of these players are defenders, and then the goalkeeper. So the top 5 rated players are all defensive players, and the goalkeeper. So, and in fact, for them, who had the most shots was that defender, and for us it was Crammer and Coburn, which is interesting. So Millwall created a high number of chances relative to their possession. We stole the ball often from the opposition. We were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from long shots and from the flanks. But we did lose possession often. We played with width. We attacked down the right hand side, and we favoured long balls. And you can see the attempts on goal 9 to 11, 6 to 8 open play, 3 to 1 set piece, 0 to 1 counter attack, and 0 to 1 penalty. Our 1 goal from 11 shots means we had a conversion rate of 9%. And here you can see, look at this. Look at this. This is the average position of the players. Obviously, Joe Brown went off early, but this is kind of what they tried to do at Plymouth, and it didn't really work. You can see number 24 is Casper Denor. He's the one dropping back, basically filling that centre back spot as... You know, Cooper moves left, Tanganga moves right, and Joe Bryan and Crammer bomb on. We effectively played a 3-2-5 formation. Back to the Victorian times. Wow. 3-2-5. 23 is Saville, 25 is Kundal, 26 is Ivanovic, and you can see Negley there, 56, and Crammer 52. So, basically, playing down both wings, not even trying to bother in the middle, and you can see it looks like Ivanovic told to play off a Negley. So then, I assume Negley could pick up the second balls and then do something quick and punish everyone. If we go to the attack sides, you can see going down both wings, shot directions, shot zones. 18% of our shots were in the 6-yard box, and 18% outside the box. Action zones, you can see scrappy affair, mostly in the middle. So now if we move on to this and go, you can see at the club badges 6.66 to 6.68. Pretty even, very even. Obviously their defender got man of the match, even though he went off early. Their goalkeeper got awarded, obviously saved the penalty, so he got that little thing there, means he saved the penalty. Surprised they didn't give Aziz a clearance off the line. It was effectively off the line. I mean, Jensen was on the line, maybe 1 yard off the line, and Aziz was right in front of him, so he would have been 2 yards off the line. I would have counted that as a clearance off the line, really. And Coburn coming off the bench, he's got a goal, and then obviously he missed the penalty. It's not bad. Not bad. You can see Cooper 7.8, Tanganga 7.6, Crammer 7.0. He got the official man of the match from someone. I don't know, the club gave it to him. It was on social media. Saville 7.2, Kundal 6.0, Ivanovic 6.0. Did kind of feel that the attacking substitution did add something extra that we were missing in reality. So interesting. If we now go to the total shots, so 9 to 11, these are the players who had the shots. Crammer had the most shots from Millwall with 2. Coburn obviously comes off the bench, he had 2 as well. And there you go. Possession, so 50.6 to 49.4. And it looks like Yeah, so our players, even though it was kind of even, Tanganga and Cooper had 5.5% of the match time possession, but that's the same as the highest for them, 5.5, and for Langus and Nayabi. So, yeah, they didn't have anyone. Well, they did really. I mean, Adams in midfield got on the ball. But other than that, Saville 5.1 for us. Negley 4.8. So yeah, get on the ball, Negley. Negley was doing a lot of damage. Kundal not so much. 2.3. Although he did come off the pitch, so obviously they were subbed. But then you look at the sub players. Denor 3.2. Aziz 3.4%. Pass success percentage though pretty even, 67 to 65. For us, Cooper 78. Saville 73, Denor 74, but the attacking 4. 50% for Ivanovic, 53% for Kundal, 59% for Aziz, and 63% for Negley. Whereas if you look at Derby's, attackers, Yates 83%, Good Godman 67%. So, and they weren't exactly playing short ball stuff, really, were they? Dribbles 7 to 4. So look at that. The dribbles were from the defence, because obviously there was no one around them, so they just brought it forward. Aerials 133 to 24. So again, Clark with 7, Niambi with 7, and for us, Tanganga with 6, Cooper with 6, Aerials 1. But we'll look later on FB Ref and see. Okay, that's how many they won. How many did they lose? Tackles 29 to 23. So you can see, as we showed you before, that Kramer and Brian were just bombing on. They didn't have a tackle to make. They didn't make any tackles in that game. Denor had 4 and Saville with 5. So obviously Denor dropping back and playing as that extra auxiliary centre back, which, probably you kind of lose his ability to get on the ball and, move it around then, I guess. But it is what it is. Corners 4 to 4, so these are the players who won the corners. And dispossessed 10 to 15, so having the ball taken off of you. And that generally goes to the attacking players, especially ones that dribble with the ball, because, they have to try and do something, and don't they? Sturge with 2 there. So there you go. So now we move on to this, which is player stats, what we've just seen, but a little bit more. If we go to ratings and sort that by ratings, so Jake Cooper 7.78. So how much did he miss out from getting the... So he missed out by, 0.05. And then you've got Tanganga back into form, 7.55. George Saville 7.19, Kramer 6.95, Denor 6.91, even though he was only played 78 minutes. Josh Coburn coming on, so he played, 25 minutes, and he got 6.86. Now here's the thing, he scored a goal, which was 1 touch. He missed a penalty, which was 1 touch. He had 7 touches of the ball. He had 2 shots on target from 7 touches of the ball. That's what we call being economical. Wow. I think, however much we love the BFS, I think Josh Coburn maybe has that little bit of quality, and obviously he's coming back from injury, but he might be starting next week. Would not surprise me at all. Would not surprise me. Who had a stinker? Oh, here we go. Look, Ivanovic 5.99. 1 shot wasn't on target. 21 touches of the ball. 50% passing accuracy. And then Kundal again. Kundal scores within 10 minutes of his debut, and then bits and pieces since then. He's had flashes. Now he has. There was a game he played well. I forgot which game it was. Probably West Brom. getting on the ball, doing some passes. He was okay. But, I mean, Billy Mitchell comes on, gets a higher score than you, and Billy Mitchell, he ain't been looking half bad, Billy Mitchell. For however many people want to slag him off, he's got the engine that, Saville doesn't have. Femi Aziz, 6.34. Tough day for him going up against Nyambi. And he was outscored by George Honeyman, 6.36. You're playing, it's not your day when you get outscored by George Honeyman, who comes on as a sub in the 64th minute. Edomi Maku, 7 touches the ball. 1 shot that wasn't on target, 100% passing accuracy. But, he did, obviously, technically didn't get the assist because he did have a shot creating action, as the other website call it. He created the goal. Let's say that. He played it across. George Saville took the shot, and then it came back to Josh Coburn, and Josh Coburn scored. So who gets the assist there? Obviously, they give it to George Saville, or maybe the goalkeeper. I don't know if you can have an old guy assist from an opposition player, but. And here we go, Zach Sturge coming off of Joe Bryan, and there they are, 7th and 8th. Thought he did okay, hopefully, but I think Joe Bryan, whatever's got on into him, whether it is Alex Neil or whether it is the looming prospect of no contract at the end of the season, he has upped his game significantly, and hopefully the gash or whatever it is, they can patch that up. And he can start next week. But if he doesn't, pretty comfortable with Zach Sturge being involved. Total stranger. Not really sure what we're going to get from him. But he came on and he did okay. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's move on to... actually, before we do that, let's just skip to defensive stuff. Tackles. George Saville with 5. Denor with 4. Zach Sturge with 3. Then Jake Cooper with 2, Negley with 2, Femi Aziz with 2, George Hyman with 2. Interceptions, Tanganga with 2, and then Cooper, Aziz and Bryan. Clearances, Tanganga 8, Cooper 8, Denor 4, Negley 3, Kramer 2. Negley, again, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, Negley, he was getting involved. Obviously we had the post-match, post-Preston, where, Alex Neil said he changed his mind about bringing Negley on because he didn't think he was up for a scrap. Well, I think Negley showed, he can get up for a scrap. He got involved yesterday, and he did pretty well. Block shots, Femi Aziz, George Saville, 2 apiece. So there you go. If we look at the passing accuracy, we've got Edomi Mack with 3 passes, 100%. Not bad. Zach Sturge, obviously from Chelsea, they do all that passing stuff. 84.2 off of 19 passes. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's move on to fbref.com so where you can get the XG. The XG in the middle is 2.2 to Millwall and 0.4 to Derby County. Obviously we had that penalty kick, and again, another penalty kick that's taken straight down the middle, low. If you're going down the middle, you've got to go up. You've got to get it up. Not too up. You don't want to go over the bar. But it can't be on the floor because then, the keeper's legs, it'll hit them and it'll come back out. So again, like I said, next week, we don't have to win next week. Because they've scrapped replays, and I hope this blows up in their face, we can play for the draw. We can play for the draw after 90 minutes. We can play for the draw after 120 minutes. And then we can go to penalty kicks. And if Roberts is in goal, I'm pretty confident about, winning penalty kicks with Roberts in goal. In terms of him saving some, I'm not sure about us scoring any if they keep kicking it down the middle low. But certainly, I hope they practice them. Obviously, we found out last week that they don't practice free kicks with different players, so hopefully they practice the penalty kicks more than once, I should say. Hopefully. So there you go. And if we go down, you can see the possessions 50-50 according to this website, fbref.com. Passing accuracy 65 to 63. We actually had more passes than them. We had 416 passes. They had 408. So they had more passes accurate, but percentage-wise, they had less passes than us in the total. They didn't have a shot on target, which I guess is true, because the one that Femi Aziz headed up is that probably why they didn't give it as a clearance off the line, because it was kind of a cross that came in, so it wasn't technically heading towards the goal. Maybe it wasn't it? I don't know. So yeah, we had 3 of our 10 shots on target. That's 30%. So the one Coburn scored, the penalty that Coburn had saved. So who had the other one? Saves. Their keeper made 2 of 3. Our keeper didn't have a save to make. Well, technically, I mean, he did, obviously, at times. He had to get involved. Fouls committed 10-8. Corners 4-4. Crosses 21-20. Touches of the ball 549 to 555. So, yeah, again, more touches of the ball. Tackles 29-23. Interceptions 12-5. Aerials 32-23. Clearances 37-28. Offsides 1-1. Goal kicks 4-4. Throw-ins 30-47. And long balls 96-93. So they had more long balls than us. If we go down and look at, here's the Millwall players. So the expected goals, as you can see, Mihailo Ivanovic 0. 64 minutes, he didn't have a shot on target. Whereas Josh Coburn, 26 minutes on the pitch, one shot on target and 1 penalty kick. He had an XG of 1.7, and he scored 1. Negley, he had shot creating actions 5, and Kramer shot creating actions 3. So George Saville, goal creating action of 1, so he got given the assist. It looks like Domo Maku didn't get the assist, he got the shot creating action, which is not bad. He had Maku come on 12 minutes on the pitch, 1 shot, 7 touches of the ball, XG assist of 0.2, 2 shot creating actions, 4 passes, 4 completed, that's 100%, 3 carries of the ball, and 1 dribble that wasn't successful. Cool. What else are we looking at? If we look at so this is passing, pass types, defensive actions. So again, seeing how many tackles were won, but how many tackles were attempted. So Jules Saville won the most tackles, 4. He attempted 5. Casper was 2 and 4, 50%. But all the Negley was 1 and 2, and Ivanovic was 0 and 1, which was the same as Kramer. If we go to possession of the ball, so carries, I like talking about carries. Let's talk about take-ons. So take-ons is a number of attempts to take on the defenders while dribbling. Femi's is 4, successful 0. He got tackled 4 times. And again, Ivanovic tried it once, got tackled. So there's a lot of tackling. So all of these players got tackled, trying to dribble past the players, Emaku, Negley, Kundal, George Saville. Just wasn't happening for them. Just wasn't happening. Kramer, he attempted 3, 1 was successful. So you got that. And if we go over here and look at the carries of the ball, total distance, progressive distance. So here we go. Femi's is 22 carries of the ball, 116 total yards, 40 yards was forwards. Camille Negley, 25 carries of the ball, 165 total yards, 64 yards of that was forward. But if you look at this, so the 2 wing backs, obviously Joe Bryan and Crammer, but it was mostly Crammer, I think. If we look, so if we do Bryan and Sturridge together, 29 together, if we bundle their numbers up, and total yards of 77 and 69, so that's about what, 120 something, and then what, 52 of that was forward. But you look at Crammer, the man was possessed. No wonder he got the club's man of the match. 17 carries of the ball, 239 yards in total. 124 yards of that was forwards towards the opponent's goal, which is double the next highest. If we do that, there you go. Look at that, double, and that was Negley. Insane from Crammer, insane. Obviously, he's not able to play next week, cup tied and all that. So I think he was putting extra in, so he didn't leave anything out there because he's gonna have a week off. So there you go. Wonder if they'll let him, go on holiday or something, or if he still has to turn up to training. Miscellaneous stats. So we know about the aerial duels won, but how many did they attempt and how many did they lose? So Ivanovic won 2, but he lost 5. Josh Coburn won 1, but lost 3. Aziz 1 and 5, 16% success. Yikes. So yeah, up front wasn't happening. It's just the defence who did well. Zach Sturridge 2 and 0, 100%, not bad. Jake Cooper 6 and 1, Tanganga 5 and 3, Crammer 2 and 4. So there you go. The keeper didn't have a save to make in terms of a shot. 4 goal kicks, 100% launched, 63.3 yards average. Average distance from his goal line was 12.5 yards. So let's get on to the shots, the list of shots. And here you can go. You can see we had a go. We were the best team in the first half. And this pretty much sums up how the match went. We were the better team in the first half. They kind of had a few chances at the end. Not very good ones. I think they were from... Yeah, they were from headers. No, they weren't set pieces though. They were live balls. Second half, they come out of the blocks having a go. And we had to hold off and hold back. And you can see, look at this. All of these shots that they had the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 6 of the first 7 shots of the second half. But then again, none of them were on target. None of them were on target. And then at the end, with the subs, we're going for it. Maku makes that run, cuts it across to Saville. Bosh, goal. Lovely stuff. So Ivanovic off target, 18 yards with his right foot. Joe Bryan blocked. Aziz blocked. Crammer blocked. But these aren't very high chances, 0.03, 0.06, etc. So none of these chances is very good. This one's the first decent chance, 0.18, Kundal, off target from 5 yards of his right foot. And then they have the chances here. But again, these aren't very good, 0.08, because, blocked. That's Tanganga, that's Cooper, and other defenders, Saville, Denor, defending, blocking the shots. And then here we go. Negley, 0.25 to 0.75, got saved from 8 yards. Coburn's penalty, 0.79 to 0.78, got saved. And Maku had a shot from 26 yards, that was blocked. And then Saville, 0.23, 9 yards right foot, that got saved. And then got palmed into Josh Coburn, 0.95, that was even better chance than his penalty. It's 3 yards out, and he scored it. What can you do? So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.